In 2017, one man, one sprinkle, and one viral moment took over the entire internet. People didn't even know his real name, but they knew the move. The smooth slice, the seductive stare, the iconic cobra arm, and that sprinkle. That sprinkle turned a humble butcher into a global celebrity. But just a few years later, that same sprinkle would become the symbol of his downfall. This is the insane rise, peak, and dramatic collapse of the man known as Salt Bae. Chapter 1. The Origin of a Dream. Long before fame, before gold stakes, before millions of followers, there was a boy named Nusret Gökçe, born in 1983 in Erzurum, Turkey, to a poor Kurdish family. His father was a mine worker. His mother could barely afford daily food. School wasn't an option for long. Nusret dropped out in 6th grade, not because he failed, but because the family needed money to survive. So at just 11 years old, Nusret started working. Not in an office, not in a shop, but in a butcher shop in Istanbul. 18-hour shifts, almost no pay, covered in blood, sweat, and meat for years. But this was the moment his destiny began. Every slice, every cut, every technique, he treated butchery like art. While other workers were just trying to get through the day, Nusret was studying, practicing, learning. He wasn't just cutting meat, he was mastering it. Chapter 2. The First Restaurant. After saving every lira he could, in 2010, he opened his first very restaurant, Nusret, in Istanbul. The vision was bold but simple. Top quality meat, theatrical presentation, and Nusret Gökçe himself as the star. He didn't just serve steak, he performed it. An Ottoman-style slicing method, a dramatic flip of the meat, and finally, that cobra-like arm, letting the salt cascade down his forearm onto the steak. It looked effortless, but it took years of practice. For 7 years, the restaurant did well locally, but outside Turkey, no one had any idea who he was. Until January 7th, 2017. Chapter 3. The Viral Explosion. On that day, he uploaded a simple video titled Ottoman Steak, a video that would change his life forever. He slices the meat, drops it on the board with that iconic rhythm, turns his arm, sprinkles with his fingers, and stares into the camera, wearing sunglasses indoors. The internet had never seen anything like it. Within weeks, it had hundreds of millions of views. Memes spread like wildfire. People copied the move. Salt Bae was born. Celebrities started showing up at his restaurant. DJ Khaled, Leonardo DiCaprio, Rihanna. Everyone wanted the Salt Bae treatment. They wanted the sprinkle, the performance, the photo. And they were willing to pay anything to get it. Soon he opened locations in Dubai, Miami, London, Doha, New York, eventually reaching 22 restaurants. His net worth skyrocketed to over $600 million. Salt Bae wasn't just famous, he became a global icon. But that's the problem with fame. It doesn't last forever. And if you're not careful, it turns on you. Chapter 4. The First Cracks. At first, people loved the theatrics. But then they saw the prices. A single gold-covered steak? Up to $2,000. A plate of baklava? $500. Some customers posted bills of $20,000, $30,000, even $100,000 for one meal. Massive tips already included. No explanation, no breakdown. People felt robbed. Then came the reviews, and they weren't pretty. Famous chef Joe Bastianich slammed the restaurant, calling it the worst food I've ever had for the most amount of money. Others claimed the meat was oversalted, dry, and not worth even 10% of the price. Suddenly, the viral hero was becoming a villain. But the worst was still to come. Chapter 5. The Downfall. 2022. World Cup Final. Argentina wins. The stadium erupts with joy. Players cry, millions celebrate. And then suddenly, Salt Bae walks onto the pitch. Somehow, he gets past security, grabs the World Cup trophy, which only winners and heads of state are allowed to touch. He bites the medals of Argentine players. He interrupts them taking photos just so he can get one. He even sprinkles salt on the World Cup itself. That moment destroyed his reputation. FIFA launched an investigation. They banned him from future events. Players were furious. Fans were disgusted. The internet turned on him fast. Chapter 6. The Empire Crumbles. After the controversy, everything began falling apart. His London restaurant was flooded with one-star reviews. People called it a tourist trap, overpriced, ridiculous, daylight robbery. Google rating, 3.6 stars. Not for a local cafe, for a world-famous restaurant. His New York location closed permanently in 2023. Other locations quietly shut down or are barely surviving. And today, Salt Bae still posts videos, still wears sunglasses indoors, still sprinkles salt like a cobra, still charges $2,000 for steak. But his views, they've gone from hundreds of millions to sometimes under 100,000. His Instagram engagement, a shadow of what it once was. He went from global hero to a cautionary tale. Chapter 7. The Lesson. Some say he flew too close to the sun. Others say he got greedy. Some think his downfall was inevitable because viral fame never lasts forever. But the truth might be deeper. Salt Bae wasn't just selling food. He was selling an experience, a spectacle, a moment people could capture, post online, and feel a little special. But over time, the experience started feeling less special and more artificial. The magic faded, and all that was left was a price tag. So the real question is, was he a genius? Or was he the perfect example of how viral fame can destroy those who chase it too hard? Salt Bae once became the face of internet success, but now he's become a symbol, a reminder that every viral moment has an expiration date. Every spotlight eventually fades, and sometimes the sprinkle that made you famous becomes the salt in your wounds. Will he rebuild his empire? Will he fade into obscurity? Or will he reinvent himself? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Salt Bae's story isn't just about a man. It's about an era of meme culture, instant fame, and luxury without limits. An era that showed us how quickly a viral hero can become a digital ghost. Thanks for watching. If you believe every story has something to teach us, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll bring you the next one.